What's happening? It's Kings of the Nightlife, you know what I'm saying? Today, I'm here with a legendary, spectacularist. I can't speak like he be speaking. He be speaking that real true pimp shit, you know what I'm saying? They got damn good motivating, making you get to that money, you know what I'm saying? I got
Spectacular vernacular.
Spectacular vernacular, you know what I'm saying? Y'all put y'all hands together for Pimp again. Yeah. Now, I gotta just jump right into the meat, you know what I'm saying? I know a couple folks, you know what I'm saying? Steve was one, so from Milwaukee.
Right.
Is that where you from?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually from Chicago, but
talk to me.
I got my game from Pewaukee. Y'all know it's Milwaukee. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel you.
Yes, sir.
What got you in pimping?
Well, like I said, I was a bad kid. When I was 14 years old, I was in Chicago, and I caught a attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother, and I was in Cook County. You know what I'm saying? Which is a male's jail. I was supposed to be in the Arctic home or either St. Charles, so they put me in there for 3 months. Ended up beating the case.
Okay.
Because they got a thing in Chicago, right? If you push somebody on the L, it's called the third rail. If they hit the third rail, it's going to electrocute them, right?
The train.
Yeah, so the train. So my brother pushed the dude, you know what I'm saying? I was just standing there. And then when they looked at the cameras and shit, then they seen that I wasn't, really involved in it. So I beat that case.
Okay.
And I ended up going to Milwaukee because my mama was like, Chicago is too crazy. Because we stayed at 4759 South Federal. That's Robert Taylor home. That's the projects, right?
Okay.
So we get up out of there, and then we get to Milwaukee. When we get to Milwaukee, I catch another case. I catch a case, hey, I'm trying to cash a check, right? And the check is in somebody else's name. So I had to be illiterate.
Oh, shit, you took it in yourself?
I took it to the check cash place. It was somebody else's name, and I'm thinking I can cash somebody else's check.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a bad experience. So that's my first federal case I caught. So while I'm in jail, we talking to these guys, everybody talking about pimping and pimping and pimping and pimping. So I said, man, I want to try that one day, right? So I come home, one of the partners, that I used to hustle with, John Devine. I shouldn't say his real name, but everybody know him anyway. JD, he was in Pimp Up Hold Down. So
you done said it now.
So everybody knows JD is Father Divine. So you know what I'm saying? He had 3 bitches at the house, right?
Okay.
And so I said, man, let me have one of them bitches. He said, which one you want? I said, I want the one that's light bright with the pussy candy stripe, the bright bitch, right? So, he ended up, letting me get the bitch, right? So that was my first experience with pimping. And then I met this guy by the name of Star Child, right? So Star Child was a veteran pimp. And he was teaching me the game, man. When you get at the bitch, man, you gotta do this, man. You know what I'm saying? You ask her where mama come from. What type of panties she like to wear. You just tell me you just gotta school her. He said you gotta drill the bitch, right? And he said, yeah, man. Don't spare no niggas. So I ended up knocking him for a bitch named Bridget, right? And then that's when I knew I had the game, right? When I knocked a veteran P for his bitch. Then all the older P's started.
So that shit should like automatically make you a veteran when you're not a veteran, right?
Well, I don't say it make me a veteran, but what it did, it gave me the courage to go ahead and push forward with the game.
I feel you.
So bitches get money too slow. I'm like a Corvette. Cadillac's too slow for me, right? All my shit was foreign. You know what I mean? I ain't drive that slow shit, right? So I'm 200 on the dash with the hustle, right? So I'm getting my money, I'm hustling and shit, right? And you know what I'm saying? So I just said, man, these bitches too slow for me, so I ended up going to jail.
What you go to jail for this time?
I went to jail for bank robbery.
Shit.
Okay.
So you.
No, not just like money. You know what I'm saying? I wanted more. The bitch was trying to give me $100 a day. I wanted $10,000 one lot. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to jail. I met this pimp dude named Pope, Pimpin' Pope. So he was like Ken. Now this is my introduction to the pimping. So he's like, he said, Ken, man, woo, blah blah blah. We sell it. I said, man, well, hey man, how the fuck you end up in here, nigga? If you's a pimp, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, if you's a pimp, how you end up here with me? He said, well, this nigga named Pimpin' Sam, right? He got one of my bitches. I said, so. I said, what happened with that? He said, well, the nigga knocked the bitch one needle. He said the bitch, when the nigga ready to shit, the bitch would wipe his ass 3 times before he shit. The bitch would cook his food when the stomach growls. And they got a cigarette in his mouth. The bitch fumbling 3 times to light the cigarette. He said the bitch was just showing a lot of hoe love. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if a hoe love a pimp, you know what I'm saying, she gonna do everything the pimp say. So he said pimping is instruction. He said, so bitches follow instructions. So I listened to him, and then he said, yeah, but he said Sam mistake that for love. So what he mean by that? He said when Sam got the bitch, right, he thought the bitch really loved him. And pimping ain't no love. Love's like a 4-letter word, like fucking shit. So fuck that shit, right?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So at this point, You know what I'm saying? Me, you know, he giving me the game. He said, man, don't never fall in love with a bitch. He said, you're going to get your money. He said, ain't no difference between an in-pocket and out-of-pocket bitch. So at that point, he instilled pimping in me. So when I went home, I had a triple bypass. I had a doctor remove all the sympathy out of my heart. You know what I'm saying? So I was zero sympathy on the bitch, right? So you know what I'm saying? I'm really, really, really mashing. You know, mashing for my ration with no passion. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And so that what made me so successful because I had some of the most pretty, beautiful women in the world. I'm talking about Asian, Malaysian, Cajun, Persuasion, Caucasian, whatever, you name it, I claim it. You dig what I'm saying? I had them black, white, spotted, dotted as long as they got it. You dig what I'm saying? So I got all these beautiful bitches, but I ain't never fallen in love, and that's why I was so successful.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Boy, you got that damn talk game down like a motherfucker, nigga. Like, when you started, was you so articulate?
Well, you know, it's like, man, it's like being in a fight, man. You know, you never know how good you can fight till you get hit, right?
Right.
So when I went to New York, right, there was a bunch of pimps in New York, and them niggas in New York, they play a little different game. So they sweating my bitches and shit, and you know, they knocked me for a bitch. So I'm staying at the Carter Hotel on 47th 8th Avenue, and the nigga peeled me for a bitch. Nigga named LAJ say, man, I got the bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, the bitch don't eat there no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how is she gonna just choose up on this nigga? We ain't been here but 5 hours, you know. Then these niggas, they sweat me. So I got mad, so I went back home to Milwaukee, and I just laced my motherfucking LRPs, my long range pimping up. So when I came back, I went to New York, and every time I knock a nigga from New York, you know what I do to him?
What you do?
I give him a Wall Street Journal and a banana. I said, niggas, it's in the news, you been peeled for the bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then I put ketchup bottles on the outside of all the niggas' cars and say, yeah, nigga, you niggas been dipping in the mustard too long, you need to catch up. Now, that's the funny thing about that, them same niggas from New York, when I went to Vegas for Pimp of the Year, International Pimp of the Year, them same niggas from New York voted me as Pimp of the Year because I gave them so much pressure, you know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, I used to be riding down the track, I throw candy bars at the bitches that got paid. You know the little payday candy bars?
Yeah.
So I was going to pay out candy bars at the bitch. Hey bitch, make this Pimp can payday, ho. You know what I'm saying? I was just a fool with it, you know what I mean? Then it just, the vocal came with it, then I ended up getting diarrhea in the mouth. Talking a lot of pimp shit.
Talking that real shit.
The pimp shit.
I feel you. Shit, I've been goddamn drinking this good shit. Y'all ain't know. Y'all see I'm sweating like a motherfucker.
Don't let your thoughts get
Can anybody bring me a paper towel, please? I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Today's episode is brought to you by Ricardo.
Oh yeah, man. Let me talk about this here, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, me and Steve-O, we business partners. If y'all look at the Hip Hop Fraternity, y'all go to our website. He's the brand ambassador for our company. You know, me and Steve-O been in business 15 years. We did millions and millions of dollars worth of deals. And one thing I can say about Steve-O, a lot of people won't be able to say it. He's the most honorable gentleman that I've met in my life. We have never had one argument over one penny. You know, even when we throw some of the biggest parties, you know, we brought 10 or 15 celebrities at one time. You know, we getting hundreds and hundreds of thousands. It was never argued. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, this is a deal that we did for Boosie. You know, I kind of, you know, locked in all of the, you know, the clubs in the town, you know.
That's right.
And all around. And, you know, we helped them, you know, to get this into their facilities and stuff like that. Shout out to my man, Arcanelli. You know what I'm saying? From King of Diamonds.
KOD,
you know what I'm saying?
what's happening?
We brought Boosie to his joint, and he bought, you know, over $20,000 worth of liquor from me and Steve-O. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the brothers. Then, you know, we did millions of dollars worth of deals. You know, because, you know, Boosie signed to me and Steve. You know, Ice-T is signed to me and Steve. Corey Wise is signed to me and Steve. So a lot of people, you know, we did potato chip deals, cologne deals for these people. So y'all
behind a lot of things that's really going on.
That's why everybody don't know, man. I tell them, man, I say, man, every situation is a pimp and a hoe. So niggas think, you know what I'm saying, me that the pimping is all on the bitch.
Right.
But it ain't all about the bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Me, man, you can pimp corporate America. That's what we've been doing. You know what I mean? Imagine a nigga like me that been in the penitentiary damn near all my life. Nigga that been in all kinds of shit. I got 3 9mm bullet holes in me. I've been in the funk all my life. I mean, like deep in the funk, you know, so dope. And
in the trenches.
You know, you know what I'm saying? Me, you know, all my family run that Chicago shit. You know, that disciple shit. Yeah. Those my people, man.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know until I came and kicked it with Steve-O. I didn't know Chicago and Milwaukee was that close.
Shit, man. All you gotta do is, is get into a shootout, man. You can be in Milwaukee and get shot. Chicago, nigga. That's how close that motherfucker is. Shit.
Yeah, because I think I was looking for a Chase bank. It was weird because I think it was either Bank of America or Chase, and I had to go to Chicago to the bank, and I'm like, shit. That's the closest bank. I looked that shit up. That shit was right down the road.
Yeah.
I was like, she was 45-minute hour, some shit like that.
An hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was quick. So what got you into the movies?
Well, I was at a players ball in Bishop Wine, who's one of our OGs. Shout out to Bishop Wine and Reverend Simo and God and Burrell and all them brothers over there in Chicago. You know, so I was at a party and I was talking that shit. They was putting the mic in, and I used to drink a little Hennessy then. So I was like, bitch, hold up a blow up, barbecue, let your next move be your best move. I'll make a success move. So I'm talking this shit, right? And I got my bitch. I said, bitch, who you represent? They said, Kenny Ivy. And so HBO got the film in my. I said, man, get that motherfucking camera out of my face, man. I said, why y'all got that camera in my face? He said, oh man, we here with Bishop Don Juan. I said, Bishop, you know these people? He said, yeah, I know these people. I said, come here, let me holler at you. I took him to Milwaukee, and we ended up taking over the whole project, right? Next thing you know, the movie ended up with me, and I ended up getting more money than all them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, now, you know what I'm saying, it's some money involved. Go back to the pimping. So I got the pimp on HBO. So HBO.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, we gotta put it together for that.
But let me say something.
That's some big shit.
Read the credits on Pimps Up, Holds Down. See who name you'll see. My name. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even know nothing about no credits. But you know what I'm saying? You know, as them folks talking, I'm kind of like feeding off their conversation. They say, yeah, we'll put you in the credits. I said, yeah, man, do all that, man.
That's
Give me some credit for that shit, too. The next thing you know, the Hughes brother called me right after that. Then we did the movie American Pimp.
Right.
Then a lot of other, you know, film companies started calling me. And I just started doing movies. And then, you know, I got into the, you know, the rapping and shit. You know, I've been on over 40 million records. I'm on Lil Jon.
I heard you on a lot of shit.
The other brothers, Jack Thriller, all them, they was at the Lil Jon video when we was there the first time we did video. So me and Lil Jon did 8 million. I got 8 plaques for that, 8-time plaques for that. I got another, we did about 3 million. I got a plaque for that. I got a plaque for Pimp C.
So I was on the literally pimping all over the world.
Well, I got over 30 plaques. You know what I'm saying? Platinum plaques. I did a whole mixtape with 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? So that was a Sabrina Baby Boy. That's me on there talking. You know what I'm saying? I did Jermaine Dupri was the first person that put me on the major stream, that instructions.
Shit, that's what's happening.
When Kanye said he produced that instruction, he did something. Well, I was on that, also on that album. The UGK album, I was on that. I was
Which one? Which UGK?
The last one before Pimp died. I was there. You know, if you go look at, I was in the studio when he did it. I was actually in the studio where Michael Jackson recorded. We was there recording the UGK where you know, Outkast. Remember that one? Players Anthem, all that shit. You know, I was on all that, man. I was on Too Short album. 2 of his albums.
That's one of my favorites. How was it working with Short?
Album. Well, you know, I met Too Short when I came down here to the FreakNic the first time in '95, right?
Okay, let's talk FreakNic time.
So I'm at the FreakNic, and I'm like, man,
set up, man.
I go 112, and I see Too Short, I see Outkast, I see all these niggas. I said, niggas ain't got no security. I said, what kind of shit is this? I said, oh man, this is my town, man. And ever since then, man, Atlanta been showing me love, man. They used to call me the mayor of this motherfucker back in the day. I know a lot of niggas don't believe that, but that's how much love they was giving me. Everybody used to show me love, man, and you know. That shit was kind of expensive.
That's the golden time.
At 112, then I started seeing everybody at 112. And that's how I met the nigga Jermaine Dupri in 112. You know, I met Jay-Z. Everybody was going to 112 back then. Big Meech, man, them got cool. We used to kick it every day at 112. You know, everybody was at 112.
Give me a Meech story. I know you got a Meech story.
I used to sell the Pimp cups. You know, the Pimp cups. Well, I sold Meech those 2 Pimp cups. That was my cup. So the cups, you know, they weren't really that expensive, but Meech gave me $4,000 for 2 cups.
That's what I'm talking about.
He gave me $4,000, and then when I bring him the cup, he tell me to take it to Justice. Remember Justice over there? So he said, take it on down there to Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I took it down to Justice, and I guess they left it in there as a monument. But yeah, so then, you know, Meech tried to get me to join one time. I remember he had a chain on, like it might cost about $2,000. He had one of them PSGA watches on. It was like $1 million.
Was it the BMF chain?
It was an all diamond chain. Then he had the PSGA. Then he had a big ass 5-carat stone on. He said, Pimpin' Kid, man, you need to join the BMF. I said, man, I wish I would. I said, nigga, y'all niggas too hard for me, man. So, you know, I couldn't get with Meech, my nigga, man, but I just couldn't join the BMF at that time. I didn't understand it, you know what I mean? I respected it, but didn't understand it because them niggas was having, man, I go in Magic City one time, right? And I see all these ones on the table. I'm talking about dude, it had to be like about 40,000 ones. And Meech and all of them, the dude from St. Louis, I don't know, I forget all their names, but there's a bunch of them, right? They all stand around and they got the money, and they threw all that money away, man. All that money. Then we was at the compound one time, and money started coming out the skies, and they had elephants and fucking giraffes and all kind of shit. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Man, them niggas just,
put on the show.
Man, Meech.
That was his birthday.
I got a story though that my homie Cash bought from Milwaukee. So he said, man, I want to meet Big Meech. So Meech had a party at this place. You know that hotel next to the Lenox Mall? What it used to be called?
The Westin.
It used to be called something funny back then.
Was it the Westin now?
Yeah, it's probably the Westin. It's right directly next. So we go up in there. We go up in there, right? Meech got weed everywhere, pounds of weed. Then he got stacks of ones. He says one caveat. He said y'all can smoke all the weed y'all want, and y'all can take all the ones, but y'all got to throw them at the stripper. So I'm not a tipper, right? You know, I don't tip a stripper, right? So I'm looking at the money I'm like, man, shit, I should put something in my pocket. Right? So I said,
you ready to grab
so at the time, one of the bitches that I fuck with smoke weed, so I got some weed, I put it in my pocket. So my homie Cash Ball said, man, you don't supposed to do that. I said, man, Meech ain't tripping on this motherfucking weed, man. So I took the weed, gave it to the broad, man, and you know, man, we always laugh about that. Said, man, you remember you stole that weed from me? I said, nigga, I ain't spent it. That shit was, I just don't smoke. Y'all smoke. I kept mine. I put mine in my pocket. Yeah, but man, there's so many stories about Meech, man. I mean, I was there when he got shot. I was I was up there at Buckhead when he got shot with him and that other brother got into it. I mean, it was like, you know, it was a small community. I mean, when the first cars they pulled out, now this gonna really let niggas know, and Jeezy, all them know, the first cars they had was them BMWs, the convertible BMWs. That was the first cars that Meech now was riding around here. That shit went from BMWs to Bentleys to Rolls Royces to airplanes.
You was watching them grow.
Man, I mean, it was like me and him the first chain I ever seen Meech had was a little bitty BMF chain. It was the little bitty. I mean, most of the BMF niggas know what I'm talking. It was the little one. And that shit just got big, and everything just got big, and everything. And you know, I was in Atlanta, so you know, we kicked it every day. It was family. You know, everybody back then. Atlanta ain't like it was back then. Everybody was cool.
Yeah, it's changed.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
a lot.
Everybody fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, niggas, you know, if nigga had a party, you was invited. You know what I'm saying? Like now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, these niggas, I don't know what they doing, but it's just a different flavor. You know, y'all remember Danny Boy?
Yeah, the singer.
He was before, the big dope boy out here. He was before Meech.
Oh, what's that? The East Side dude?
Yeah, he used to be a Magic City. Danny Boy, all them niggas, man, they used to do that shit. The nigga Mike, all them niggas, all them niggas, man, it was so many niggas like Meech back then, man. Mike, all them niggas were throwing money, man, like it was crazy. Yeah. Then next thing I know, all them niggas hooked up with Meech and they all got together. I remember Jeezy, when Jeezy used to ride around here he used to drive that black Lamborghini, man. It was like Atlanta, man. That's what made me love Atlanta. When Big Meech now went to jail, I left Atlanta.
Yeah, that's when I left Atlanta. Stay open all night for real.
Yeah, I mean Buckhead, man. Buckhead, all these buildings, this shit wasn't numbered. This shit wasn't here, man. It was like little small ass buildings and shit. And we used to go party from club to club to club to club. Right. That's how it was. But one thing Meech taught me though is that this is a good place, man, to start something, man. That's why I started the Hip Hop Fraternity. That's my organization.
I was just about to get to that.
Yeah.
I was just about to get to that. Tell us about, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop fraternity. Break that down for us.
I'm gonna let my president speak on that right quick, and then I'm gonna talk to the plug lawyer.
Hey everybody, so I'm Dutch. I'm the president of the Hip Hop Fraternity. So we're the biggest networking organization in the music industry. So we meet every Monday. We have a showcase type of style where we give artist development. We have a series called the Hip Hop Facts series where we teach about copyrights and how to get money from your music, EPKs, NFTs, all the hot topics in the industry, you know, to try to give our people some leverage so that when they're going into the, you know, rooms and they're making deals, they have, you know, their stuff together. They have their numbers. Man, I'm trying to tell you, just trying to look out for our people.
Nobody know the business, huh?
We have the Hip Hop Fraternity Awards coming up soon. That's going to be on March the 26th. We have some key artists. Ice-T has been nominated as well. Yeah, I know, right? The Hip Hop Fraternity Radio, so hhfradio.com. It streams 24/7 independent artists. So all of our artists that come through on Mondays, their music is playing 24/7. We have the HHF magazine. Shout out Marvin, Ken's brother. He's going to be doing the magazine for us. So we just got a lot of stuff. And we got the Hip Hop Fraternity clothing too. So the clothing all the jackets and the social media, of course.
Where can they find y'all at?
No, go for it.
The hiphopfraternity.com. We got our own social media. We got our own, it's like IG, it's like Facebook. So artists can actually come there, upload their music. They can actually, you know what I'm saying, upload their videos, and everything can be streamed through YouTube.
So you got your own whole total network.
Well, the whole thing is, man, you know, it's our culture, our call. I think what's been happening in the hip hop community so often is we see our young African American men, they get into the game and you know they get in the box. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the box, you can't see the label. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So a lot of these dudes is box in. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the picture, you can't see the frame. So what we come to do is we come to throw an alarm clock into the graveyard and let these brothers know, man. Listen, you can't be out here, man. You know, doing 100% of something. You know, it's like
Right,
if I gave you
that's
$100 bill and I tell you I'm gonna give you $15 back, and then we sell a million records, they get 850,000, and you only get 150,000. Well, that's a travesty. That's called inappropriate behavior. So what we're teaching these brothers is appropriate behavior and how to leverage deals. You know, what is NFC? What is an NFT? What is ASCAP? What is BMI? You know what I'm saying? What is you know, CSAC and tune core and all these other things.
I mean, they can't work a deal if they don't know how to structure it or even what it is.
And we copyright on your song.
Right.
And every Monday, we let them come in for free. We let them perform for free. We the only organization here that does that. And then also on Tuesday, we do the same thing at Silks. And then on Friday, you know what I'm saying, out of my own pocket, I buy 10 or 15 bottles every week. You know what I'm saying? They can drink on me. They get in free. They can get in free. They can park free. And before it wasn't like that.
This is what we doing then. Since you do that, we're going to sponsor 10 or 15 bottles this next week.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
This week or next week?
This week. I mean, what's today?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Fridays,
Well, we shooting tonight. It's got to be next week.
Next week. Okay.
I got to go get the bottles.
Yeah. And you know, I appreciate that, man, because you know we got to give back to our community, right?
Definitely.
You know, I mean, the art of getting is giving. You know what I mean? You have you have to give to get, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, so a lot of times in the African American community, we have this crab mentality. So we used to pulling each other down. And I'm saying, hey, brothers, how about this? Let's have the crab in the ocean mentality. You don't never see crabs in the ocean pulling each other down. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and you know, a lot of them think that they don't need assistance. They don't need a team. Well, the hip hop fraternity is the team. You know, man, I don't need no motherfucker. Man, hey man, listen,
Teamwork,
man, I can go. This is what niggas say. I can go to the Empire State Building. I can jump off the Empire State Building. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me, nigga. I'm just that cold. And I said, no, hold on, my nigga. Maybe we need to buy some land. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to build a foundation, and then we can build us a 15-story building. He said, no, nigga, I'm gonna jump off the building. My nigga, if you jump off the building, it ain't gonna work. Nigga, I don't believe in gravity. Nigga, hit the motherfucking ground. Gravity gonna believe in your motherfucking
believe
ground.
that
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I try to tell niggas, man, you know, be wise. You know what I'm saying? Be intelligent. You know what I mean? Have a team. You know what I mean? We stick together. You know what I mean? Look, man. I mean, man. Look at the Slave Acts of 1710, mandatory manumission. How they turned all them people against Nat Turner, Vic Mark Gacy, Nat Turner. You know, man, John Horse. All these brothers, man, who were revolutionary. The only one they didn't turn against was the brother in Haiti, Toussaint Louverture. So you know what I'm saying? So we got to understand, we've been taught to snitch on each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what you talk. That's the bad thing.
Like
so
snitching
we've been taught to hate each other. You know the word Uncle Tom? Did you know that's not the dude that wasn't?
That's right.
It was
Sambo.
Sam. It was Sambo.
Sambo.
It wasn't Tom. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we be calling each other Uncle Toms, and you know what I'm saying? That's just names that our oppressors gave us. Did you ever?
That's right.
You ever see that movie with the white people? With all the white people, you know, they said that all the black men was rapists and all that. You remember that? Well, that's called social engineering, bro. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we have mass incarceration is because social engineering. America's 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's incarceration. As far as eligible African American men to go to jail, it's only 6% of us, but yet we represent 51% of the prison system. So what did that tell you? That tell you that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things that's going on in our community is going on because we've been social engineered to kill one another. We've been social engineered to make bad deals. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. But Lil Wayne is also responsible for so many brothers joining gangs, the blood gang, because they want to be like Lil Wayne.
Before we get into that.
I don't mean to be like that.
No, it's fine. Before we get into that, we got to...
The plug,
yes.
Plug lawyer, that's why I was going to get to.
Can I introduce them to the plug?
Yeah, tell them about the plug lawyer.
Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, can't nobody sell me like I can sell myself. So
That's
what's
right.
up, everybody? I am the plug's lawyer. My real name is Tiffany M. Simmons. Don't forget the M, that stands for money all day.
That's right.
But I own Simmons Law. Simmons Law, we specialize in business, criminal defense, entertainment, and personal injury. I am the owner of the firm. I am a real lawyer.
That's what I'm talking about.
The same questions I get every day. But I'm also honored to represent the hip hop fraternity as legal counsel and advisor. So I'm very grateful to, you know, be aligned with people that think the same way that I think.
Like-minded individuals.
How I move. My firm, we are based on love, respect, integrity, and community. And respect and love is what the hip hop fraternity stands for as well.
That's
so
right.
It just was a perfect fit. So.
I'm loving it.
I'm in the building, but I got some gifts for you. Look, I got the chewing gum with all of my brands.
You trust my breast
some. No. See, I had you TTG.
You know I got to
because you might need some gum. You know, then I got the hand sanitizer, got lighters for you. You know,
I definitely need the lighters.
Queen comes with gifts, so
that's right.
There you go.
That's right. Look, I'm happy to have y'all here. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having us.
Definitely.
And I'm glad Tiffany was able to speak because that's one thing we do. Steve-O is also part of hip hop fraternity. Jack Thriller is our director of Common Sense.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? A lot of people
I love that.
What
does that job entail? The director of Common Sense.
Well, you know, comedy is common sense. So you know what I'm saying? So when Jack brings common sense to our organization, you know what I'm saying? And you know he's a dear friend. You know I met him many years ago. So we have Ice-T on my board. I got Mystical on my board. You know we got Sly from MG on the board. We got my man. Remember I got 5 on it.
Yeah, which one? Yuck Mouth or which one?
Yuck Mouth. See, he know. So a lot of powerful people is aligned with us, and we have 2,500 members. So if people want to join, they go to thehiphopfraternity.com. Well, you know we started only a year ago. But Meech, one thing I credit Meech for, Meech let me know that Atlanta is the place to go if you want to put together, you know, a melting pot.
What I need to do to be a member or honorary member?
Just go to thehiphopfraternity.com and join. Because see, one thing about us, you know, all these other fraternities, you know what I'm saying, they're part of the Illuminati, they say. You know, I don't know about no Illuminati.
We're going to talk about that on another
but they say you got to go through all these rituals to see with us, you know what I'm saying? What we do is we allow people to be themselves. You know, you could come in, then once you come in, your skill set is your asset. So if you got a skill set as asset, Tiffany is a lawyer. So we definitely need to. Jack, you know what I'm saying, is very influential in my life. Me and Jack, you know, we've been working together for years. You know what I'm saying? We did a lot of podcasts together. You know, he do a lot of things for me that people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I just love the brother. And we working on a project, you know what I'm saying, to play away. So you know what I mean? So we might be your competition pretty soon. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're going to work together.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, you know, Atlanta, that's one thing. I was looking at DJ Screen and Brother Carlos, how they get on each other's show. So Atlanta, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all some different type of people, man. Hey, I just want to say to the world, I want to say for the world, man, all of us in all these states and all these cities across the world, hey man, all the black people, man, we thank Atlanta for accepting us and for welcoming us here and giving us the opportunity that we can't get in our cities like in Milwaukee or in Grand Rapids.
We're going to put our hands together.
Whatever, you know?